Good evening, everyone. So, here in this video, I will discuss about the important compounds of D block elements. So, this is in your D block elements chapter. This is the one of the topics. So, here in this topic, we will learn about two compounds KMnO4 potassium permanganate and K2Cr2O7. So these two are important compounds in the D block elements. So these both are used as the oxidizing agents. So here let us see the preparation of KMnO4 potassium permanganate preparation. So it is prepared by the first method is by fusion of MnO2. So from manganese dioxide it is prepared. Manganese dioxide is taken and then it is here potassium hydroxide and oxygen is used in this reaction. So here MnO2 is converts to K2MnO4. This is permanganate. So this permanganate and it forms water, and this one is in green color. So this is the permanganate solution. It is in green color solution, and it occurs, this preparation occurs in two steps. The first step, K2MnO4 is formed, and then in second step, so this K2MnO4 will converts into KMnO4. So this is in the second step is the important reaction. So this is example for the disproportionation reaction. So here in K2MnO4, what is the anion? So in the second step, so this MnO4 minus to permanganate in acidic medium, it converts into KMnO4. So this is the permanganate ion. So here this reaction is the example for disproportionation reaction. In this reaction, manganese plus 6, here the oxidation state will is plus 6 oxidation state, and Mn plus 6 is uh, both oxidized and reduced. So here MnO4 minus 2 is converts to MnO4 minus. So here plus 6 converts to plus 7 oxidation state. So this is the oxidation reaction, and also Mn plus 6 reduced to Mn plus 4 in manganese dioxide. So this is the reaction which is example for disproportionation reaction. Disproportionation reaction means same element undergoes both oxidation and reduction in the same redox reaction. That is the example for disproportionation reaction. And here laboratory preparation for potassium permanganate. So in laboratory it is prepared by taking Mn plus 2 solution, and here S2O8 minus 2, and this is taken, this mixture is taken, and then reaction happens in the presence of aqueous medium, and here Mn plus 2 converts to MnO4 minus, means permanganate, potassium permanganate, and here this Mn plus 2 converts to Mn plus 7. So this in this reaction Mn plus 2 undergoes oxidation, and here sulfur in S2O8 minus 2 undergoes reduction. So this is the example for redox reaction. These are the two preparations of potassium permanganate, and the second one is used in the laboratory preparation. And the next structure of the manganate ion. So permanganate ion. So here the structure of permanganate ion will be like this. Manganese is the central atom. Here double bond O, double bond O, and double bond O, and O minus. So means here it is possible to undergo resonance structures. So this exhibit resonance. So due to this resonance, all MnO bonds contain equal bond length. So they are equal bonds. They are said to be equal bonds because of the resonance. And here this hybridization is sp3 hybridization, and the geometry of the compound is tetrahedral geometry. And next this chemical properties of potassium permanganate. So KMnO4 is best oxidizing agent. It is a good oxidizing agent. So let us see the reactions of oxidation reactions of KMnO4. So KMnO4 acts as oxidizing agent in both acidic medium, basic medium, and also neutral medium. So in all mediums, so KMnO4 acts as the oxidizing agent, means it is reduced itself and it oxidizes other substances. So let us see, so KMnO4 how it changes in acidic medium. So in acidic medium Mn+7, so in this manganese is in +7 oxidation state. So this Mn+7 converts to Mn+2 by accepting 5 electrons. So this is nothing but reduction here. So in acidic medium Mn+7 changes into Mn+2. You have to remember. Then in basic medium it changes into Mn+6. So +7 changes into +6 state. So this is also reduction. So here this MnO4 minus 2 permanganate ion changes into manganate ion in basic medium. So this you have to remember. The pink color of the permanganate ion solution changes into green color. So green color indicates that the formation of manganate ion solution. So manganate is in green color and permanganate is in pink color. This you have to remember. So next in neutral medium. So in neutral medium or in weak basic medium. So the manganese +7 changes into manganese +4. So +7 changes into +2 in acidic medium, and Mn+7 changes into Mn+6 in basic medium, and Mn+7 changes into Mn+4 in neutral medium or weak basic medium. So these are the chemical properties of the potassium permanganate. So in all these mediums it acts as the oxidizing agent. So let us see some chemical reactions. So this is the decomposition reaction of KMnO4. So when it is heated, KMnO4 changes into K2MnO4 permanganate, manganate, and then manganese dioxide. So then oxygen is the byproduct. So here this is the decomposition reaction. So in this this +7 changes into here +6, and also +7 changes into +2. So this is the decomposition of potassium permanganate. So this is important reaction. So what are the products in decomposition reaction? Here manganate solution and manganese dioxide and oxygen. So these are the products of decomposition of KMnO4. And then properties of KMnO4 means chemical properties. So KMnO4 is used as oxidizing agent. It is a good oxidizing agent. So KMnO4 in acidic medium. So how it is oxidizes in acidic medium, it changes into Mn+2. Mn+7 changes into Mn+2. This already we have seen. So let us see that these are the examples of reactions of oxidation in acidic medium. In acidic medium, I minus is oxidized to I2. Here -1 changes into 0 oxidation. So means it is a oxidation reaction. Here Mn+7 will be reduced, but it oxidizes other substance. So that is the oxidizing agent. So it oxidizes I- to I2 and iron +2 to iron +3. So this reaction is, we can identify the by seeing the color. So green color of iron +2 changes into yellow or brown color of Fe+3. So this is we can use this reaction to test the KMnO4 also. So then oxalate. So this is called oxalate ion, C2O4 -2. 2 carbons, 4 oxygen, C2O4 -2. So this changes into carbon dioxide. So this is also, here oxidation state will be increased, +3 state to +4 state, means it is a oxidation. So means here Mn changes in +7 changes into +2, reduced, and it oxidizes oxalate ion. So these are all redox reactions where KMnO4 is the oxidizing agent, means it is undergoes reduction and it oxidizes these substances. So H2S changes into sulfur and SO3 minus to sulfite changes into sulfate and nitrite changes into nitrate. These are some oxidation reactions of potassium permanganate. And then in neutral medium I minus, so this is the reaction, I minus changes into iodate ion. This is called IO3 minus is called iodate solution. So here Mn plus 7 changes into Mn plus 4. In neutral medium plus 7 changes into plus 4. And here it is the reduction and it oxidizes I minus to IO3 minus. So here if you see oxidation state of iodine, here minus 1 changes into here minus 2 means 3 to the minus 6, minus 1 means minus 5, means iodine is in plus 5 oxidation state. So you should calculate the oxidation state. So if you see IO3 minus, so let us calculate oxidation state of iodine. So oxygen exhibit minus 2 oxidation state, right? How many oxygens are there? 3. So into 3 means it is in minus 6. So minus 6 and minus 1 is gone out here, means minus 5. So minus 5 is neutralized by plus 5. So that's why iodine oxidation state here plus 5. Minus 1 to plus 5 means it is a oxidation reaction. And here thiosulfide changes into sulfate. Plus 2 oxidation state of sulfur changes into plus 6 oxidation state. This is also oxidation reaction in neutral medium. And then the next compound, important compound is potassium dichromate. So potassium dichromate is a orange red color substance. So potassium dichromate is a orange reddish color substance, and here this potassium dichromate is also acts as a strong oxidizing agent. Both potassium permanganate and potassium dichromate are oxidizing agents. Next it is a ionic compounds, both are ionic compounds, and in this K2Cr2O7 the negative ion is dichromate ion, KCr2O7 minus 2. So let us see the structure of dichromate. So the dichromate, so 2 chromiums are there, that's why it is called dichromate. 8 means negative charge. So dichromate ion is a structure of dichromate ion is like this. So here one oxygen is there in between 2 chromiums, and this is the dichromate ion structure, and here this exhibit the resonance. So due to the presence of resonance, so here also all chromium oxygen bonds have equal bond length, and all are here, this all CRO bonds are equal due to the resonance. So this is the structure of K2Cr2O7. And then preparation. So it is prepared by taking chromite ore. This is called chromite ore, and it is reacted with sodium carbonate. So this in the presence of oxygen. So it is heated in presence of air. So when we heat this chromite ore with sodium carbonate, it will form Na2CrO4, sodium chromate. It is called sodium chromate. It is in yellow color. And when it is treated with sulfuric acid in the presence of acid, it undergo changes to sodium dichromate. Sodium chromate changes into sodium dichromate. And this side sodium dichromate, in this sodium dichromate, this Na is replaced by potassium by reacting with KCl solution. So Na is replaced by potassium and it is forming K2Cr2O7, and NaCl is the byproduct. So this is our product K2Cr2O7. So this K2Cr2O7 is used in the volumetric titrations. So it is very much used in volumetric titrations. You will do in the second year practicals. So K2Cr2O7 is used as, so it is a oxidant and it is used in titrations. Oxidant means it is a oxidizing agent. And here, so why sodium dichromate is not used as oxidant in titration reactions? So sodium dichromate has the property of hygroscopic nature. So means it is absorbs moisture from the air, and it is in, so it combines with water molecules from the air, and then its molecular weight or equivalent weight will be changed. So we cannot calculate exact concentration of other chemicals. So means it is not used in volumetric analysis because of its molecular weight will be differed. So let us see the reactions of potassium dichromate. So potassium dichromate is used as a oxidizing agent. So it is a good oxidizing agent in basic medium and also in acidic medium. So let us see in basic medium how it changes. So chromium is in +6 oxidation state in dichromate ion. So this Cr +6 in basic medium. So it Cr2 dichromate ion forms monochromate ion. So this is a chromate ion, and this is the dichromate ion. Dichromate changes into chromate. So here the compound color changes from orange red color to yellow color. So this is the change of K2Cr2O7 in basic medium. So this reaction is a reversible reaction. So it will changes both orange red will dichromate will form chromate, and chromate will form the dichromate by adding acid here. So if we add base here, it changes into chromate. If we add acid here, and again it changes into dichromate. This is a equilibrium reaction. So here equilibrium is obtained. In basic medium, the reaction attains equilibrium. In acidic medium, so in acidic medium, chromium +6 in acidic medium, it changes into chromium +3, chromium trioxide. So it is called chromic anhydride, and it is in red color. So here orange red color solution changes into red color solution. So this is in acidic medium. Acidic medium +6 converts to +3. This you have to remember. So in acidic medium, so here this Cr, so each chromium is in +6 oxidation state, changes into +3, and here 2 Cr +3 are there. So when we balance the reaction, here 2 Cr +3 are there. So if you calculate equivalent weight of the compound, so we will take molecular weight by 6. So here 2 into +3 means 6 units are changing. So we will calculate equivalent by using this molecular weight by 6. So this is the in acidic medium reaction of K2Cr2O7. And then in acidic medium, K2Cr2O7 gets reduced, means it acts as oxidizing agent. So this is about potassium dichromate reactions. So let us see some reactions of oxidation. So how it is oxidized other substance. Let us see. I- changes into I2, and Cl- changes into Cl2. So here -1 is reduced, -1 is increased to 0, means oxidation, and iron +2 changes into iron +3, and H2S changes into sulfur, and here SO2 changes into sulfate, and thiosulfite changes into sulfate, and nitrite changes into nitrate, and here arsenic dioxide changes into tetroxide, means oxidation, and here oxalate changes into carbon dioxide, and also ethanol changes into acetaldehyde. It means organic reactions also K2Cr2O7 is used for the oxidation reactions. These are some reactions of K2Cr2O7. And this is the test for dichromate. So how we can test the dichromate solution. So we can use two reactions in that. The first is reaction with hydrogen peroxide. So when for example when we add means hydrogen peroxide solution to the K2Cr2O7. So this is orange red color solution, already you know. So when we add hydrogen peroxide in the presence of acidic medium, it will changes into blue color solution. So that blue color is due to the formation of chromium pentoxide. So this is called chromium diperoxide. So the structure of this CrO5 will be like this. So chromium, here central atom and double bond O, and two peroxide linkages are there. So it looks like a butterfly. So this is called butterfly structure. So chromium diperoxide has the structure of butterfly structure, and it has peroxide linkages. So here these four oxygens are in -1 oxidation state, and one oxygen is in -2 oxidation state. So chromium is in +6 oxidation state. So due to this bond, so it will get +1, and due to this bond +1, and here due to this movement of bond it will get +2 and +1 and +1, total +6 oxidation state. Chromium central atom is in +6 oxidation state. So this is the test for the dichromate. And this chromyl chloride test. In chromyl chloride test, K2Cr2O7 when reacts with KCl, potassium chloride, in the presence of H2SO4, acidic medium. So this reaction, chromyl chloride test, is used for to test the chloride ion. Presence of chloride ion is tested by this chromyl chloride test. So when K2Cr2O7 is added to KCl and H2SO4, this will form chromyl chloride. This compound is called chromyl chloride, and here this is in reddish brown color vapors. So this compound is in reddish brown color, and it is in the form of liquid and vapor. And when the solution from orange red changes into reddish brown color, so we can conclude that compound, that unknown compound, will contain the chloride ion. So this is the qualitative test for the presence of chloride ion.